as a unit. I think it just all comes down to making plays. Like, we just got to start making the bigger plays.
What are you doing individually? What are you working on specifically to fine-tune your game right now?
Really coming in and out of my breaks. Okay. Just accelerating out of my breaks faster. Once you make the cut, just trying to get back on your horse and not lose any separation, but actually excel out of the break so you can gain separation.
Is that something you adjust to, going from high school to college as you make the transition to playing more? Is that one of the things that you can't, maybe you get away with it back then, you can't really do it now against better DBs?
I mean, there's a lot of things you can't do. Yeah. It's definitely just a different game, but really just bring your hands, come off the ball fast. Really, you just got to go back to the basics and really focus on them.
You hopeful that the success of the running game is going to open some stuff up for you with play action and things like that?
Yeah, sure.
How frustrating is it to you that had 2 touchdowns called back that you've scored?
Not frustrating. As you said, I mean, it's better. It's better knowing I can make those plays, and I just got to go out there, keep making them, and they're going to start counting. All 11 men on the field got to do what they're supposed to do, and we're going to be all right.
Have you guys tried to avoid being frustrated in your room as receivers? You said you were close on some things, but just hasn't been there.
I wouldn't really say frustrated is the word. I just feel like we focused. We know what we got to do now. We know we got to key in. We know we got to make plays, and just go out there and do that.
Where do you feel like you've improved the most from the start of the year?
Improved the most is my IQ of the game, learning the coverages, knowing how certain DBs are going to try to play you. Just an understanding of the game, I'd say.
Is that something that you really have to be in the game in order to improve on, or is that something that you can also work on in practice?
I mean, definitely you can work on it in practice. It's plays, and they're giving you different certain coverages, mixing up the coverages, making sure if you have to convert a route that you're doing that. But I mean, the game looks obviously they're not the same. They're not exactly the same as you can draw them up. So I mean, game experience definitely helps, but you could definitely work on it.
Do you expect the noise to be a big factor this weekend there?
We know it's going to be loud. We practiced with the fans clapping today, so Coach been bumping that. With all the fans kind of chattering in the background, so we getting used to getting in the huddle real close and making sure we listen to the whole play.
How much different is catching passes from John as opposed to maybe Wilton?
Not really different. I don't know what's your question.
Anything characteristic-wise, anything they do differently that you've had to adjust to?
Not really. I think they both give us a good chance to win.
Coach, you mentioned that you guys don't look at it as certain guys are starters, certain guys aren't. It's a bunch of guys and playing a different personnel. Have you guys, how much have you leaned on each other here as you all are growing together? You're all young players. For the most part. How much have you leaned on each other here?
We definitely know. Obviously it's going to be some mistakes. Nothing's perfect, but we just got to limit those at this point. We can't be making the same mistake twice. Just go out there and learn from what mistakes you've already made and don't make them again.
I feel like you guys have done a good job with that, of making one mistake and crossing it off the list and moving on at this point.
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job of it. We're only going to get better too.
With dropping in the AP poll and outside noise, how much do you hear that, and does it help fuel you guys as an offense at all?
You try to zone it out, but you definitely hear it. Personally, I like that. I like being the underdog. I like being, doubted. So, to me, it's just more of a chip on my shoulder and more of a chip on this team's shoulder to go out there and prove that we can play with the best.
Does that make this week even more big, I guess, for you, being the underdogs that you are?
I wouldn't say it's any bigger. We know what we got to do. It's a big game. It's plain and simple.
I just feel like you got to win this one to stay in the national spotlight and playoff race and relevance and all that good stuff.
We just worried about this game. Just win out. Just keep winning game by game. So that's what our goal is.
Do you feel like the season's on the line in some ways?
Not really. Obviously, it's, things are picking up. You got to win at this point, but I wouldn't say that.